Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Widya, and today I'm going to talk about action defending both Israel and Palestine. Before you to address one of the most sensitive and complex conflict in modern history, the Israel-Palestine conflict is deeply rooted issue that has lasted for more than a century, shaping the life of millions of people both in Israel and Palestine. However, beyond the violence and division, there are individuals and group of bloodshed who are working towards peace and advocating for the right of others. The action often overlooked play a crucial role in the pursuit of justice of reconciliation. On the Israel side, there are numerous organizations and activists who are working to promote peace and human rights. For example, Breaking the Silence, an organization of former Israel soldiers aim to shed light of the experience of soldiers in the occupied territories. They speak about the impact of occupation of both Palestine and Israel. Calling for accountability and advocating for peaceful resolution. Similarly, Peace and Now is another significant Israel movement that promotes a two-state solution, urging the government to halt the settlement expansion and work toward a lasting peace agreement with the Palestine. On the Palestine side, there are also concurs of voice call for peace, non-violence, and justice. They call for the protection of Palestinian civilians, the end of occupation, and peaceful solution, the respect and the recognition of both Palestine and Israel. Moreover, individuals from both communities, such as Israel, Palestine, peace activities, and interfaith groups, are breaking the debate through dialogue, education, and mutual understanding. They are challenging the narrative of violence and working together to build truth and promote peace. The actions are often with the resistance, both from existence within their own community and from the broader political landscape. They persist their overt demand of that even in the midst of conflict, it is possible to find common ground to work towards a future where both Israel and Palestine can live in peace, security, and dignity. In conclusion, their actions there with individual and organizations show us that defending the rights of others, whether Palestine or Israel, is not only an act of justice but also an act of humanity. We must recognize and support the effort as they offer call for peaceful resolution to the world's most prolonged and painful conflict. Before I share my opinion of the most pressing and heart-wrenching issue of our time as Palestinian struggle for freedom, justice, and dignity, as someone who believes in the fundamental right of people, I feel compelled to speak of the Palestinian cause not only because the suffering that Palestinians endure daily, but because the universal value of justice, equality, and human rights that must uphold. For decades, the Palestinian people have endured oppression, discrimination, and violence. The occupation of Palestine, particularly the West Bank and Gaza Strip, has led to immense suffering. Palestine face exclusive of the movement, lack of access of basic services like healthcare and education, and constant fear and their self-hate. They have been denied their right of self-determination of their homelands, slaveholds are being taken away to force displacement and illegal settlements. Me, as defender of Palestine, I believe in the importance of recognizing the humanity in every individual, regardless of their nationality, regions, or background. I stand in the solidarity with Palestine. People because their struggle is not just about land, it's about human rights, justice and freedom. It is about the right to live without fear and violence, to raise a family in peace, and to pursue the future free of oppression. I'm not blind to the complexity of the conflict. It is a tragedy that affects both Palestine and Israel. And it is clear that peace can only come through dialogue, understanding, and compromise. But for the peace to be real, it's not be proof of the foundation of justice, where the rights of Palestine are fully acknowledged and respected. This means an completion party settlement expansion and recognizing the right of Palestine to their own independent state. I also want to empathize with defending Palestine does not mean rejecting Israel's right to exist or the right of Israel's citizens. This can only be achieved where both sides respect each other's right and work toward a solution of border security. Justice of dignity of all. My support for Palestine is not about haters, but it's about advocating the first of a process. For those who voices have been silent for too long. In conclusion, as defender of Palestine, I stand for justice, for peace, and for the right of our people to live in dignity. The Palestinian people deserve a future where they can thrive, free from corruption, fear, and violence. I hope that one day we will see a world where Palestine and Israel can live side by side